Hey everyone, welcome into TexAgs Rewind, presented by Specs, the 4-time retailer of the year. I'm David Nuno. I got Nick with me. I got Reese with me. All right, guys, favorite part of the show. We'll start off with you, Reese.
My favorite part of the show, I would say, was JB Moss.
Why? I need a why. I always need a why.
His perspective coming from a former player at Texas A&M is a new kind of perspective that we don't normally get to see.
Okay. I think we normally get to see it because I always have former players on. But I know what you meant. All right. Nick, what was your favorite part?
Billy Liucci, because he's my boss.
That's always a fine answer with me. Bronny, OB. What do you think? Bronny?
OB.
One of those two. They're both good. Check it out. It's a rewind. A lot of passion there. Check it out. The early returns are...
Okay. I don't know where you're going with that.
No, Michael Earley returns.
Oh, okay.
Early thoughts here where it felt like it was trending in one direction.
I didn't know if you were talking about some maybe rival of A&M being finished early.
They're not returning.
Yeah, they're finished early. But
Yeah.
Okay, so Michael Earley.
Michael Earley coming back for another year
Yeah.
with a little distance from the season, a little distance from Friday when the news hit because it didn't hit during the show. There's the statement there from Athletic Director Trev Alberts. Billy and Bronny and Zane did a rapid reaction on Friday afternoon as it happened, but we have not addressed it here on the show. I was out Friday. You were here doing the show. Your thoughts here a couple days removed from the return of Michael Earley.
Learn from your mistakes. Don't repeat them and win. You can't always be everybody's best friend. Sometimes you got to be a hard-ass coach. Figure out, do some self-evaluation and win and make Trev Alberts look like a genius for retaining you.
We live in a sports, especially on social media world, where you have to have a definitive take, right? That you can't look at it multiple angles. You have to have one take, and you better stick to that freaking take, bro. That's how it works in sports talk, apparently. Okay? And I think you can look at this multiple ways. If you want to be a negative Nancy, you've got plenty of material to go with. Okay?
Yeah.
If you want to be a positive, what's a positive person's name?
Pete.
Positive Pete, you have multiple ways to go. If you want to be somebody who just says, you know what, I like it, here's why, I understand why they would have gone the other direction, that's probably where I'm going to land. Like, I would have understood had they gone in a different direction. I think we all would have understood. Mm-hmm. They didn't go in a different direction for whatever reason. You can point at this reason or that reason. They felt like he's the right guy, player support. Well, we had player support last year. Mm-hmm. There's multiple reasons. This is where you are. And the best thing for Texas A&M is for him to surround himself with maybe a little different staff and a different philosophy and make it his team, not our team. Like, everybody's got to, no. This is how we're going to do things. Are you hearing from former players more optimism or more questions? Like when you talk to your buddies, are they all like, you know what, let's give this another run, or man, I wish they would have gone in a different direction?
Yeah, I mean, to be completely transparent, it's a mixed bag. I think, Boomer and I are really tight, and as you know, we're pretty invested and plugged into the program, and it's kind of like it's a wait and see. We don't really know how to feel, to be honest with you. We're obviously very hopeful that things turn around, and we trust in Mike and the decision of Trev. But we have our skepticism. But look, I mean, what do you have if you don't have hope, right? So we're just hopeful that Mike can turn this thing around and get Aggie baseball to where it belongs.
Does it matter to you? And I think it does, since you're a former player, that current players are showing confidence in Michael Earley and like, hey, we can get this right.
Yeah, for sure. And look, nobody wants the program to succeed more than the former players. We're very proud of the program and the work and the effort, blood, sweat, and tears that we put into it. And Mike's job is to make the program better than when I was there. And that's going to be any head coach's job. And we're very proud of what we've done at A&M, and we think that, it can go to the next elite level. But look, Rob Childress's first year wasn't great at Texas A&M, and he had 16 years of great consistency and always having us in the postseason, and you just take a look around at what happens in all these regionals, and I think it's great respect for what Rob did, and look, the decision was made to retain Mike, and it's the former player, the fans, it's all of our jobs to do nothing but support Mike now. Mike is our guy. He's one of us, and we need to support and encourage him any way we can.
Throughout the course of about the Missouri series on, when all the kind of talks about Coach Earley being let go got hot, through the end of the SEC tournament, I was talking to Major League Baseball scouts that are tenured in the state of Texas from 4 National League teams and 2 American League teams. Beyond that, I was talking to folks in the agent world that kind of wheel and deal in Dallas and in Houston. I was talking to, obviously, a lot of travel ball baseball people, coaches, heads of these travel ball organizations, and then just talking to college baseball coaches in the state and college baseball coaches in the state of Texas, and a couple outside of the borders of the state of Texas, but none of which that I would say are in direct competition for Mike Earley. And the general sentiment that I was getting from all these baseball people was the same. It was, you got to give the guy another year. Like, if you hired him and you have all these injuries, and if you think he's going to be a good coach, like, you got to give him more than 55 games as a sample size. So that's kind of where I was on the whole thing, was like I would lean toward giving him another season, another shot. But I would have understood had a change been made. And so the baseball world was really like in favor of giving Coach Earley another season to see if he could right the ship. And I know that's not going to be popular amongst the majority of the fan base, but that's where the thought process was amongst some really respected baseball people that are, they go and they scout games from A&M, Texas, Baylor, all the way to Tulane, LSU, Southern Miss. Like, that's kind of their area of the country up to Oklahoma. So they've got no inherent bias for, wanting Mike Earley to stay or leave. Like, it doesn't affect their jobs or how they'll do their jobs. So they were to me, they were giving like an unbiased opinion without any kind of motivation. Like, there's no self-serving reason for them to want Michael Earley to stay. They'd be able to do their jobs regardless.
Well, I'll be honest. Right now, today, as we speak, I'm not where I am with the state of Aggie baseball, but I woke up today disappointed. Like, I was like, damn. Like, you're watching these regionals, and you saw how A&M played, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but we know, like I've said before, 7 of the last 8 weeks, they played terrific baseball. I'd say anywhere from very good to terrific baseball. They're playing high-level ball for 7 of 8 weeks. So you would think, I think common sense would say that they would have played high-level ball and made that 8 out of 9. They made it. They were 7 of 8 or 8 of 9 already. You would have thought they would extend that and continue because, again, in the last like 9 or 10 weeks, they played great baseball, 7, 8, 9 weeks, whatever I'm saying here, all but one weekend. So it would stand to reason they would go play high-level baseball at a regional. And if this team did that, even without a Cadence Terrell, they would have been a threat to advance. And you see teams that I think are far less equipped than, in a lot of instances than A&M, making noise in these regionals because there just weren't very dominant teams this year. Like, when you look at Texas as a 2 overall seed, that didn't feel like a 2 overall seed, but you look at all the other seeds and you go, okay, well, you can make a case that they deserve to be there. But they didn't feel like it. A lot of times that number 2 overall seed feels dominant. They feel like they're almost invincible. They're on a straight path to Omaha. No one was saying that about Texas. I don't even know how many people were saying it about Vandy. They didn't think they would go down to Wright State in their own regional, but like, there wasn't a dominant team. That's why you saw like 18 different teams number 1. I would have thought LSU with that 1-2 punch at pitching looked to me coming out of the SEC like the scariest. Arkansas looked like the best team, and maybe the Razorbacks are going to win the whole thing finally. I actually think that's what's going to happen. But LSU now is playing for their lives tonight at 8 o'clock all of a sudden. So it's one of those years, and I look at A&M, I go, damn, if they just wouldn't have been for that damn Missouri series, they could have been in there testing out. So there was a little bit of disappointment for me watching those games this weekend, obviously mixed in with the enjoyment of seeing that result last night. And It was first of all, I think that's cool for UTSA. I thought it was cool for Wright State, but we know UTSA a little more.
All right. In a Russian accent, tell the people what to do.
You need to like, comment, and subscribe.
That actually,
I don't know.
See,
That was bad.
I appreciate that from Reese because most people just, oh no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Reese just went for
I was
it.
like,
Good.
I don't normally do Russian accents,
Yeah.
but
What's your
figured-
best accent you can
Yeah.
do? That's
if
politically
you do
correct.
"Hey Holmes," I'm gonna have a problem.
I recently found out that I can do a pretty good Jennifer Coolidge impression, which
Go
isn't
for
an
it.
accent. You want me to do it for you?
Of course.
Oh my gosh, guys, it's TexAgs Live with David Nuno.
My
I
mom
did-
liked it, so
I didn't know who Jennifer Coolidge was. I just Googled, but I've seen her before.
okay, yeah, she's
Did you know who it was, Nick?
Yeah.
How did you know?
quite the character.
Did you know, Alex? No, nobody knew. Hey, good job.
Thank you.
For those of you still watching, why? We'll see you next time.